guys, we've got to talk about NTE here because they are doing something that I've been desperately asking for in all of my action gacha games. The big four, the big five, the big six, whatever you want to call them, the big open world, high fidelity, high production gacha games. And that is a mode being introduced that really evolves what the game's doing, really gives you a different way to play the game. And I'm including Arknight's Enfield in this because specifically Enfield, because this 1001 less nights, I think it's called, or 999 nights, is introducing something that I am comparing to Etch Space, because it looks like it's kind of introducing Night Rain elements to it, and I was desperate for Etch Space to do something like that or potentially become something like that. I don't know if it ever will, but this is massive. Hotta are doing something here that I think is showing up other developers, and this is only in 1.2. They're introducing a game mode that's going to bring in a whole new way to play the game, a whole new gear set and gameplay loop that looks like it's going to be replayable as well. How replayable, we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully this is something they continue to expand on as well. And not only that, the gear sets that you unlock in the game are something you can take out in a cosmetic element into the main game, which is insane. Now, I haven't been playing the game since launch, really, and it looks like that won't matter. So that's really cool to see. I'm going to be able to go in. I don't need to be in account maintenance mode, and I can just play this co-op dungeon run where it looks like there's multiple biomes. There's a dragon to kill at the end. I can get random gear and items that I can sell in a shop, and after killing the dragon, I unlock new tiers of gear and new areas to explore as well. Not unlike Night Rain as well. So this is exactly what I've been asking for in a gacha games, because I understand gacha games are the way they're supposed to be played, but this is what I want to see. Genuine evolution that gives the game a different feel. I can feel like I'm playing the game I'm used to playing, but it's a totally new way to play the game as well, rather than just boss rushes or gimmicks attached to the same things that I've fought before. Genuine, different content and a different way to play the game. This looks thoroughly impressive, so let's get into it, let's talk about it, and let's watch what the developers have got to show here, because I think this actually looks really, really good. Okay, so we've got this stream here. I think it's called 1000 minus 1 nights or something like that, 1001 less nights or something, which is an interesting title because it's 999 nights there. But yeah, let's check this out and let's talk about it, man, because this seems like and I will say, I said this about Tower of Fantasy, right? A lot of people shit on Tower of Fantasy, but there's one thing that I said that I was impressed with Hotta in Tower of Fantasy. They weren't afraid to experiment and try things, and I have a lot of respect for that. Hey, if 9 out of 10 things are trash, if you can come out with a real gem out of those 10 things, I'm happy with that. You know, it's not always the best way to do things, but it's always nice to see developers willing to experiment. So let's watch this together and let's talk about it.
That's the way the new story unfolds. Now that's a novel combo.
1000 Less One Nights weaves
1000
a story
Less One Nights. There we go.
tailored to its players. This time, the Appraiser and friends are whisked away to a fantasy realm.
So it's a game within the game.
It's home to Fuzzy Village, built by whimsical
Look at
little
this.
creatures called Fuzzies.
Basically got a fantasy game within NTE.
Dragon problem. The party's
We've got to slay the dragon.
Help the villagers protect their home and slay the evil.
One thing I think I'm excited about this for, I've been on the record, I'm not impressed by NTE's combat. I think it's probably one of the worst parts of the game, if I'm honest. Like, the life sim, the exploration, the city itself is what makes NTE a fun game. But it's combat, I'm not there for it. But this looks like it might be interesting because in terms of like a rotation kind of combat, I don't think it's doing anything spectacular. It's kind of like a worse version of a mix of other games. But this is like single, well, when I say single player, single unit on field kind of combat. It's like more just traditional ARPG combat with gear and a class. And I think that sounds awesome. And it actually makes the combat look better in the game.
Oh, so it's a fantasy world generated by an anomaly tabletop game.
This looks really cool. Look at this. Look at this environment. Apparently this is going to be permanent as well.
I spotted several regions with
so we've got multiple regions, different biomes, different terrains.
Give us more details.
You got it.
We've got
In this
caves of
story,
lava.
The four-member party
Mountains.
of the Appraiser, Mint, Iroi, and Shinku sets out from Fuzzy Village.
So I think we've got 4 classes. I think we've got the swordsman, we've got the mage, we've got a dragon knight, and we've got another one. I can't remember what the other one is. They did show you at the start, I think.
From the plains, they venture into distinct
Look at this.
regions.
This looks gorgeous.
Volcano, ice field,
Awesome.
and lakelands, battling different monsters along the way, before finally reaching the heart of it all.
So
the Dragon Keep.
If it's anything like Night Rain, although I haven't played, I did watch a video like discussing it before to talk about the sort of things that I wanted to see in Etchbase Salvage. And with that, you have like you have knights, and then you have like which you go through different days. I mean, but there's like bosses and monsters that you can fight, and then you go on to like fight the end boss kind of thing. So looking at that, there, it looks like there's potentially like kind of sub bosses that you can go on. You go on into instances and go on like a dungeon crawl, and there's sort of a sub boss, mini boss at the end of it, by the looks of it, and then the end goal is to go and slay the dragon, and then once you've done that, new gear and new actual instances and areas and missions open up, which sounds awesome. So it's like adding that sort of element of a roguelite into there as well.
To slay the evil Crimson Dragon.
So the Crimson Dragon is the big bad boss.
Okay, so he's
Look
the
at this
final
thing,
boss,
it's
the Crimson
terrifying.
Dragon.
Can we actually beat it?
If you want to take it down, pay close attention to what comes next.
Okay, let's go.
On the Warren continent, each member of the 4-person party has their own class. Defeating monsters earns XP to level up
So
your characters.
you are
and
going in with other people. I wonder if this is possible to potentially do solo as well. Probably, it may be, right? But I would imagine obviously it'd be a lot more difficult. So obviously there's gear to collect along the way to boost your
boost
combat
their
power.
combat power. With a chance to receive gear, along with all kinds of items you can trade at the shop.
Sounds
There's a
awesome.
gear system too?
Yep, gear spans 7 equipment slots, with different rarities and class restrictions on top. Gear stats are randomized, and pieces can roll random properties as well.
It's kind of like doing MMO raids in a sense, right? And dungeons and getting like random loot drops, and there's gear pulls and stuff. And I haven't got around to making the video, but I was going to make a video about my issues with like gear pulls in gacha games. Now I know this is like totally specific to this particular mode, but as I say, this is going to be permanent, I think. So hopefully they keep adding to this mode, right? That would be awesome. And again, going down to like the cosmetic side of things with the gear, like. Man, Hotta are really showing other studios up with this sort of work, in my opinion.
On weapons, a random property
But
might land as a stat or as a passive skill effect. And that's where the appraisal skill comes in.
This is what I was talking about.
Identify your new gear and find out its true worth.
Okay, so
Why does
we
this
go to the
feel
bonfires.
strangely familiar? Don't tell me there are armor set bonuses too.
There.
Okay, so we go to the fires to figure out what the gear is, to figure out what gear to wear with each to get the bonus sets and stuff, I'm imagining, right?
R. Complete a gear set and you'll earn stat bonuses plus passive effects. Let me show you what combat feels like once you've leveled up and kitted out with high rarity gear.
So like for me, this already looks better than the combat we get in the standard game, because as I say, as a rotation-based combat gacha game, right, it's not as good as Wuthering Waves, and it sort of tries to do some of the elements that you sort of get in Genshin, but not quite the same. And it really, like, it's trying to pull a bunch of different games sort of combat. And I've got to be honest, I've got to be brutally honest, it doesn't do them as well, right? Now, you might like the combat. Okay, that's fair. But in my personal opinion, in terms of like a 4-man team rotation based gacha combat, it's kind of lacking personally. But this looks really fun for me. Looks way more interesting than the typical combat. Really interesting, because they said that the gear has stats and passives. Be really interesting, because they can go book world with these. They can have active gear skills. This is what I was going to speak about before, where I want to see games not be afraid to have gear pools that have passives and stats and all that sort of stuff, the typical thing, but active skills as well. So, okay, my character has a kit and my character can do this particular thing, but now I've equipped this piece of armor or whatever, or potentially a gear slot, gem slot or something within the armor. It allows for a new skill to be done, and certain gear sets would just synergize with certain characters better, right? You know, because, you know, certain ones would just work better with a mage or something, or, you know what I mean? And I think that could be really interesting to see if that's something that would be willing to expand upon. I really want to see active skills in gear in gacha games rather than just passive stuff. I want to be able to do new things because I've got new gear, you know what I mean?
Mowing down hordes is so cathartic.
But this does look fun, this
On top
does.
of everything we've covered, the gear system has an even rarer category, accessories. Some accessories don't just boost your power, they come with effects you'd never see coming.
Okay, maybe I missed this. Okay, so I think it's going to be more sneaking about kind of things. So yeah, I want to see skills that change the way my character plays. I do.
One thing to note: appraising or swapping gear can only be done near a camp or bonfire.
Yeah, I love this.
Camps?
I love this as well.
Tell us more.
Camps are where players rest and regroup on the Warren continent. There, you can recover stamina and swap gear, or interact with the mystery fuzz merchant for appraisals, trades, and a bit of conversation. While adventuring through each region, you may also run into other NPCs, and some will even hand you quests.
This is awesome. This is
Keep
awesome.
exploring, and
The idea of, again, this is the sort of stuff. I made an Edge Space videos, and this is the kind of things I was thinking of, right? You know, instances, particular places to go to where I need to get certain things right. Hopefully, you know, that's how this will work. You know, there'll be certain areas where, I need to try to get this gear set. And obviously, once you've done it, you'll kind of know where things are. Maybe it's like, right, I need to go here to get that particular gear set to get me this and get me that. And I kind of wanted that in something like Edge Space, right, where there was particular areas I needed to go to, in the sense that, you know, it was like, right, I need a specific thing for my character. I'll go there. Not in the sense of just collecting the stuff that you do in Edge Space, but for the run, if you will, rather than just to fetch out. And having quests to do well in there, and not just, we need 5 of these items, but actually finding people within the area to then pick up quests on the go. You know, so it encourages exploration rather than efficient pathing just to get things done. Because that's what Edge Space is, right? It's plan a route, execute the route, get out. And it kind of, it loses a bit of something for me, right? And it doesn't have risk either, so it kind of like loses a lot of what it could be. Where something like this, in my head, I'm thinking, well, it's going to encourage a bit of exploration, because it's like, oh, maybe I'll find an NPC around this particular corner who gives me a cool quest that then gets me onto figuring out new things or getting a new item or a new piece of gear to maybe sell or gear up my character. Right, that sounds really cool to me.
You might stumble onto hidden stages with special rewards.
There we go,
Hold on.
exactly.
Did I just see the character models change when gear was swapped?
And again, this is
You
awesome.
did. What you wear is what you see, and that's one of the Warren continent's signature features.
And I know that the gear itself is to this mode, but apparently, if I didn't mishear it, I think you can take those out as cosmetics. Why is NTE cooking everybody in the cosmetic department, right? Like, they're coming out with characters with multiple skins and releasing multiple skins. You know, Wuthering Waves is got into motorbike skins. Who cares? Give me character skins. I know Enfield's only just come out, but this is newer, and it's got more stuff already. And I'm expecting skins to be a little bit rare in Enfield, although I would hope we start to see them. Like, these guys are cooking people in that department right now. I know some people will argue, well, the game doesn't look as good, maybe the skins aren't as good, AI, blah, 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, from a consumer standpoint, they're cooking in that department, right? Whatever you say about the game, that particular department, they are absolutely showing everybody up in the space, in my opinion.
Some equipment slots in the game have their own dedicated models.
But look how good that
so
looks.
the moment you swap a piece, the change shows up on your character in real time.
These are
So
dope.
as you play, you can chase stronger stats, or hand build a look you love piece by piece.
That's awesome.
Personally,
I wonder if there's going to be sort of like a ability to sort of transmog. I don't know, because it's more like instance runs, but you know what I mean? Because you've got your gear looking a particular way, but there's certain stats attached to the gear. I wonder if you're going to be able to, you know, have a particular look, but maybe keep the stats, if you will. Be cool if they
I'd say
do.
that's just as fun as pulling a legendary teardrop.
But these look sick.
Could we get a look at the gear on all four? The
let's have a
Appraiser,
look.
Mint, Iroy, and Shinku?
No problem.
The environments look gorgeous as well. Look at this. This looks dope, man. This is exactly what I've been waiting for in the gacha space. It's actually insane. Again, not to crap on NTE, but NTE is not exactly my game like River was, and now Enfield is in the action space at least anyway. And neither of them did this. And NTE's come along and gone, hold my beer. I'm a little bit jealous for the people who really like NTE, right? Because they've got this insanely cool game mode here, or at least hopefully it's going to be, right?
Gotta hand it to them. This game feeds the min-maxers and the fashion crowd.
Yeah?
No wonder it's selling like crazy in Hethereau. And one more question.
I suppose as well, with that idea that it's a game within a game, they can really play around with this idea now, can't they?
If every rest means trekking back to camp, isn't that a huge hassle?
No worries there. The continent is also dotted with bonfires, where your party can patch up on the go.
Like, how big is this map going to
Instant
be?
stages have rest points as well, so you're
Because the fact that they're making a point of mentioning that, it's got to be at least sizable, right? The idea of having to go back to camp sounds like a bit of an issue to do it over and over again. Of course, I'm not expecting it to be as big as the map that's in the game now, but it looks sizable at least.
We're far from a quick breather.
I can tell this tabletop game is packed with things to do. But at the end of the day, everything you experience stays inside the game world.
Which I'm fine with that.
Feels like a bit of
Actually, as somebody who doesn't really play NTE, that's great for me because it's like a game within a game, almost, right? And I'm cool with that because then I don't have to be on account maintenance mode and tie it into what's going on in the game. I hope this is just, like I say, something a level 1 person could jump into and experience it as somebody who's been playing the game for 100 hours. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
a shame. If we could take those gear sets out of the game and wear them around Hethereau, I wouldn't say no to that.
First off, you're right. Conquering the Warren continent is no quick jaunt, so this mode will be permanently available.
Awesome. Awesome.
You
Hopefully they
can take
keep
on the
updating it as well.
whenever you have time, and save and quit at any point.
Right here.
And after your first clear, the game is fully replayable. Later playthroughs unlock previously unreachable regions and new quests.
That right there is exactly what I've been desperately asking for. I know people say the gacha games aren't supposed to be played like that. They're hop-in, hop-out games, 15 minutes, and I know the whole monetization, the design, everything caters to that. It's fundamentally what they're about, right? But also, I want them to have parts that give me that rather than just straight grinding, boring bosses over and over and over again. This is awesome. This looks so cool.
And higher tier gear drops for you to
Reason to
appraise.
play again as
Keep an eye
well.
out for that.
Actual replayability.
Second, playing the 1000 Less One Nights tabletop game earns you the event token
Thanks,
Mystery Buttons, which you can spend on select items.
Hold up, so what was that? So it earns me stuff that I can spend on items within the mode or without outside of the mode?
Second, playing the 1000 Less One Nights tabletop game earns you the event token Mystery Buttons,
Mystery buttons.
which you can spend on select items.
Okay.
The
So it's an event shop
stays
thing.
open long term and is accessible anytime
Okay,
through the
okay.
event page.
So yeah, cool.
Back to my question then. Can we bring the RPG gear into Hethereau or not?
You absolutely can.
So that's awesome,
The event
right?
shop lets you exchange for select in-game gear as outfits, wearable right in.
So like, not only are they giving lots of skins to buy and unlock in the game, they've now created a mode that allows you to build gear sets and take that cosmetic component out of the mode into the game mode for free. Well, I'm guessing it's for free. They have not mentioned anything about buying those sets. This is all in game. This is what cooking is. This is evolution, in my opinion, within the gacha space. In terms of the action gacha space, anyway. I got to say, W's to Hotta here, and I can't overstate how much I think this is awesome, and I hope to God that Hypergriff and Kuro look at this and go, damn, okay, shit, maybe we need to do something like this, right? Because this is really cool to see. I hope this evolves over
And
time.
since we're on the subject, let's get into the new outfits for this version.
Okay, so they're just going on to talk about all the skins and stuff here by the looks of it. Yeah, I think they're still talking a little bit. They're just showing off these particular skins, right? I think this is just like,
Mix
yeah,
and match each outfit's
cosmetic stuff, right?
1.2.
What's this here?
More L's for each outfit. are sold as complete sets only. Individual pieces can't be swapped or worn separately. Also, Shink...
Hold on, let me just go back here. So... wait, so are these skins I have to buy and then I can upgrade them in this mode, or what? Let me go back.
Less One Nights outfit series.
Okay, now I think that's what you start off with as that class, right? And then you can upgrade on top of that, right? So what, can you just straight up purchase them as well, I guess, right? Did I miss here then? I think they might have been saying that if you purchase a skin, it's just one solid one piece, but you can unlock it in different parts within the mode, maybe? I'm not too sure. I'm just curious here. I want to hear this. I love these styles, though. I love these styles, I must admit. These are cool. Nice in keeping with the theme of the event, right? This sort of fantasy RPG event. It's like genuine overall thematic flip in the game. Urban, modern environment. Now we just have a pure, straight-up fantasy environment. The idea, they can kind of do anything now, can't they? We can have sci-fi. We can have whatever. We can have cyberpunk. We can have freaking steampunk. If they want to create a game within the game, then they can do that. I really just hope they expand upon this mode, though, and just continue to build upon it, right? Make it a game within a game, in a sense.
Some of the outfits in this series can be exchanged using mystery buttons in the event shop we just mentioned.
Okay.
A heads up, though. While you can mix and match these pieces freely on the Warren continent, back in Hethereau, the outfits are sold as complete sets only.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Individual pieces can't be swapped or worn separately.
I don't care about that.
Also, Shinku's Dragon Knight outfit comes with special skill effects. The 1000 Less One Nights outfit series also supports recoloring. Use the matching dye orb item to unlock alternate styles for each
Oh, shit. Yo, these guys are cooking, man.
outfit. Dye orbs are likewise available from the mode shop. Beyond the colors, each outfit's textures and patterns get matching style adjustments
This is
too.
actually really fucking
the first
cool.
batch of recolorable
Hotta
outfits is shown
Studios.
here, with 33 styles in total.
Damn. Okay, base devs. Is this the
More
time to
outfit
use
styles
devs
are in
listened?
development and coming
Is this
soon
actually
in
the time to
future
use dev
updates.
listened?
I'm so looking forward to that.
These look cool, man.
Now
They
going
almost
back
make
to
them sort of
version
look like Azure
1.2.
Familiar characters.
What other outfits are we getting?
Okay,
Plenty.
so
Shinku and
yeah,
Yeroi
now
are
we're
each
just
getting
going on
brand
to
new
the character skins. Right, okay. I have to say, amazing. Honestly, this is the sort of content I want to see in gacha games. Genuine evolution style content, right? Not just, let's just do what the other company's doing with our version of that mode, right? Which we're seeing a lot of. This is actually, okay, what sort of experimentation can we do here? And I must say, for this being in 1.2 of NTE is insane how quick they're moving with these patches. At this speed, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. They are introducing like major gameplay updates where 1.2 of Brewer was the most boring patch ever. 1.2 of Enfield was fine, but wasn't introducing anything revolutionary. We've just had CC drop, but it's not exactly something that's entirely revolutionary. It's great, but I'm not saying that this mode itself is like a revolution in gaming, but I think it's a revolution in this genre and this particular part of this genre, the action open world part of the gacha space. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. I am thoroughly impressed with this. I'd love to know what you guys think as well. I know a lot of people tend to... I am easily pleased sometimes with gacha games. And I think that's just because the bar is so low sometimes. So when a company does something that's a little bit better, it impresses me. And I must say, this impresses me. This looks like a genuine, cool game mode that looks like it's fun, replayable, and different. It's making the game different, and that's all I ask for in events. I want to feel like I'm doing something different, not just boss rushes or doing the same thing that I do in other modes, but there's a slight tweak to it. This fundamentally looks like a new way to play NTE, and that's all I can ask for when games are adding modes and events, permanent, temporary, whatever it might be. Genuine thought and a change of style implemented into it. So yeah, Slow clap. Not a slow clap, actually. That's disrespectful. A clap. This sounds awesome. But guys, I'd love to know what you think down below. If you've enjoyed the video as well, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and maybe I'll see you on the Warren continent, because I am going to be playing this. I'll catch you later. Get out.